So my associates, Ignar and Myril, they will be accompanying you here. You get to the destination, you crack open the thing, you read the thing, you do the thing says, you come back, I gives you some money. Is that good, yeah? Fine. I guess I was feeling a little hungry. Tell me what it looks like as gospel ends this thing's horrific existence.
That sort of like almost disintegration that it was experiencing before from inflict wounds is just sort of spreading over its body as it just like loses its coherence.
Out from down in the hold, you see 4 total GIF, including the ones that you all were fighting, come running out. We've discussed it amongst ourselves and we'll agree on one condition. That bugbear girl has to train us all. She's incredible.
I bow my head. I have Moral's handcuffed hands in one hand and the gifts in the other.
I did not embrace the foot. The teleportation lights up, and they are gone.
Hey.
Hello, and welcome to Legends of the Multiverse. This is episode 7, The Opposite of Serendipity. I realized last time I was just so excited to jump right into it that we didn't actually do introductions and explain who these wonderful people are, especially because now that we got a new group of different wonderful people. So I'm going to go in the order that you all are on my screen. Tell us who you are and who you are playing, starting with superstar sensation, Todd.
Hi, I'm Todd. I didn't think I'd be first. I am playing Torvin,
You're first in here, buddy.
A battle master.
Always got to be
Astral.
ready.
Yes.
Always got to be ready.
Always got to be ready. True.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who I am. I'm kind of the showrunner and stuff.
All right, we're going to go around the horn here with Deborah.
Hello, I'm Deborah Ann Woll. I am playing Sunny. I am a bugbear monk with a keen fashion sense.
The keenest, the fluffiest, and permiest of hairs. Yes.
Deborah Ann Woll.
Apparently.
Woll.
Yeah.
I learned
Sunny.
that on the internet, and now the name just stuck.
Sunny is definitely swole. She's swole in all of the places.
It is objectively true. Yes. Meagan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Meagan Kenreck. I'm a professional streamer, TCRPG graphic designer, and D&D enthusiast. You can find me on Twitter at Meagan Kenreck. I will be playing Riddle, who is a level 5 auto gnome phantom rogue, and she is from Ravenloft, where most cannot escape, except for her because she was kicked out because she was too nice.
I mean, that is one way to escape. Yeah. The actual rookie sensation, Gina.
Oh, hi. Hey, my name is Gina Darling. I'm the host of G4 TV's Attack of the Show. This is my first campaign ever, and I'm terrified. My character's name, you can call her Boxy. She is your Kender Great cleric who is not the best at healing, but she's doing her best. And what I lack in skills, I make up in enthusiasm.
Also, excuse me, second campaign.
Ever. Wait, did I say first or second?
You did say first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second campaign ever. Yeah, Boxy's
It all
not...
blurs together with me, right? It just like, I
Yeah.
just talk and there's dice.
Yeah, I have one brain cell. It's my only friend.
More than enough. And our special guest today, Travis.
Hi, I'm Travis McElroy. I'm an amateur blacksmith and gardener and podcaster. I'm a professional podcast. It's not important. I'll be playing Ignor Airstrider. He's a Hadozi. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Hadozi? Okay, great. Hadozi acrobat. Let's go with that. Aerialist. Ooh. Retired.
You know, I legit thought you were about to say I'm an amateur. I'm an amateur black guy, and I legit was like, "You can come to the cookout, Travis." Like, no, like you're in. You're in. Like you're objectively invited. Yeah, got you. I got you. And last but certainly not least, DJ.
Hi, I'm Deejay Knight, full-time space and sci-fi streamer, and I play Muriel, who is an astral elf battle master, which just sounds good rolling off the tongue, I think.
It's a lot of delightful adjectives. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Not
as many as the previous though, because that was a lot of words, and then like the auto gnome, there was a lot of precluding words that I'm an elf that fights really well. That's
there you go. That's one of the things I've had to get used to in Dungeons and Dragons, saying completely made up words with the confidence of saying like scientific facts. You know, I'm a Hadozi aerialist. Yeah. All right.
Elves in space.
If you know, you know.
Space.
Which is literally my jam. Give me some space all day, every day. Like, yes, please and thank you.
So, perfect. When last we met, our heroes were actively engaged with a mind flayer nautilus that just erupted out of space and attacked as you all had been slowed down by the gravity well by a pod of Kindari, space whales that were flying. You narrowly escaped the mind flayer's clutches and leapt back out into space, making your way across the open wild space in pursuit of this strange map that you all received on the Rock of Brawl that seems to be indicating to Kryn space, the area of which the planet Kryn is located in, the original home planet of Torvin and Boxy, long lost, seemingly to us at least, and yet now we seem to know where it is, although it is not exactly clear how long it will take to get there, and more importantly, what it will cost. Some time has passed now. It's difficult to tell when you're in wild space. You sleep on occasion and eat on occasion, but without a sun coming up or down to gauge the days, has it been 1? Has it been 2? Has it been 5? We find ourselves with our ship, the Deciduan, parked at a stellar outpost carved into the side of an asteroid. It is fairly unsuspecting, so much so not everybody even agrees on what to call this place. Most people call it the Oasis, which is a bit of a misnomer because there is no water here. But despite the fact that there is no water, out here in wild space, it is possible to fish. We find ourselves on the deck of the ship with Sunny and Boxy standing in the shadow of Sid the Treant built into the back of the ship, casting their lines off the side out into space, hoping to catch something.
At the Oasis, right? No? Yes,
that's true. It's a musical now. Now it's a musical. Yes. I need Sunny and Bull. First of all, Sunny and Boxy. That's where you are. The two of you fishing, enjoying a little bit of peace while the others are off doing something.
Yeah. So Boxy, I know we've only spent like a little bit of time together, but you know Kaiho really well. I'm a little concerned that like, I don't know, it feels like he's into some like dark stuff. And like now we're getting into like this vendetta with this, this like mind flayer guy. Like I'm concerned that like he can't like see it clearly and like we're gonna all like die for some sort of vengeance.
Well, I would. Kyle's really cool. I've been with him for a long time, and he always makes sure that everything's okay. It doesn't make sense a lot of times. A lot of things don't make sense a lot of times, but I think it's okay. He'll make sure we're okay. Although I'm kind of angry because he said he would bring me back something pretty and for me to like hang out the whales whatever. It's fine. I'm not gonna hold it against him. But if anything, Sunny, I'll make sure you're okay.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Yeah. No, I mean, I trust him. I think he's awesome. I just feel like, like we've almost died a couple of times and like now he's driving the ship and it just feels like, I don't know. I also feel like we really need to get on this prom thing. I think pirate prom would be like a really good like morale booster and everything. And I was thinking if you would like to like help me like plan prom, I don't know. I see something in you. I think you've got a really good eye.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
Right?
Yeah. The ship is whatever. Who cares?
But like I think like it would lighten the mood and like I think it would like get Kaiho's mind off of like, the guy who's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I think that'd be a great idea. We could do a pirate prom and like we can dress up and stuff and you can dress me up. And I can't really dance with people. I hold on to their ankles and it's weird, but maybe I'll look really nice and pink. And I think like your hair's really soft and like I stole some the other night while you were sleeping and
oh boy,
the softest hair I've ever felt. And I think it would be a great idea. Let's do a pirate prom.
Yeah, we should totally do a pirate prom. Don't tell anyone else. Okay, it's going to be a big surprise. We'll just like throw it on the upper decks in like a couple of days. Sound good?
With Sunny?
Yeah.
What's a prom?
Boxy, the moment you say "What's a prom," the rod and reel in your hand jerks suddenly.
Oh.
You've got something. You got a bite.
Sunny, look!
Oh my God! Reel it in. Reel it.
What?
Boxy, give me a survival check.
Oh,
can I help?
You can write. How are you
steady
going
the
to?
reel?
That means roll with advantage. Roll twice. Give me the highest. But how are you helping?
So
Sunny?
I want to like first of all lean over and like brace her a little bit so she doesn't get like pulled off, by whatever we have. And then also like if she can't, spins the wrong way, I can be like, no, go back the other way, or like try to lend my
perfect
limited knowledge.
Perfect. How'd we do, Boxy?
Got it. I landed just Sunny. Look, I got a bite. And I got it. I rolled a 21.
Boxy, as you pull and pull and pull with Sunny's help, a moment later, up from over the edge of the Deciduon, you see what looks like a large golden goldfish with 3 blue eyes. It's about 3 feet long, but you quickly notice on its back is a little person. It's about 6 inches tall. It's got long, spindly arms and legs, and it also has 3 blue eyes and flowing hair. And it looks at the two of you and it's like, and you see the fish is fighting with the hook in its mouth, but it's like looking back and forth like,
wow.
Sunny, look what I got. I got a fish in a
I see. I mean, I don't
looking thing. Look how silly he looks.
No, I think he's fabulous, but I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't. We should like release them, right? Like you shouldn't like keep something that's like sentient.
But Sunny, it's a friend. Sunny,
you want to like make a friend? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. I'm Sunny. What's your name?
And then Boxy kind of reaches over and grabs the fish and hugs it in one arm, and the sentient being like gripping in her other hand.
Can they breathe? No. Okay. What were they swimming in? Astral Sea?
You see, especially Boxy, as you get close, and Sunny, what you're starting to realize now that you've spent some time out in Wildspace, a lot of the native creatures generate their own air, at least enough. So as you get close to this thing, it does have a thin bubble of air around it, and the fish does also. The fish is flailing violently because basically Boxy's holding on to it, and you see the little person just is... Actually, give me an insight check, Sunny.
Okay. That's an 18.
You notice, Sunny, it just keeps pointing at the hook in the fish's mouth.
Okay.
Even as it's like trying to squirm out of Boxy's hand, it's just reaching for the hook, and then Boxy pulls it away again.
I'd like to unhook the fish if Boxy will let me.
Oh, here you go.
See, the fish... And you see this little person looks at the fish and kind of like touches its mouth and is like kind of puts his head against the fish's head and then looks back at the two of you and goes,
So it doesn't. It's not speaking to us in any language
It
or
has
anything.
made no sounds.
sound. Okay.
The fish is like gulping and making fish noises.
Right.
This little thing has made no noise whatsoever.
Okay.
Boxy, do you think? Hold on.
Do you try and bite it?
I want to taste a little.
Boxy, when you open your mouth, a puff of gas goes off in you. It holds up his hands, and a puff of gas that smells like skunk stink appears in your mouth. It goes,
No, I don't like it, Sonny.
All right, I'll take them in my arms from Boxy, and I want to sort of pet the fish and be like, it's okay, I'm so sorry, we didn't know. And then I want to look to the small person and say, go.
in Boxy, it looks at you and it sort of like motions towards your mouth and it goes,
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. And then Boxy runs over and picks him up in both hands and just holds it. Hi. And she kind of inspects it to see if there's anything that she can kind of like steal off of him.
You see, it actually, Boxy, give me an insight check.
Sure. Insight. Okay. Oh, here it is.
And both of you can either give me history or religion. There is a chance that either of you might know what this is.
14.
16.
You don't see anything on it to take, but you see it is very much eyeballing what you got. Like it's looking at your various tools and things. Every time it gets close, it tries to grab something and it's you. Yeah.
Hey,
And that was a 16 on history.
16. Sonny,
Yes.
you have heard stories of
Duh.
little elemental creatures called Chawinga that just live in space, and sometimes they ride space guppies.
Boxy, this is a Chawinga. They're like, yes. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I read them. So they were in my like history textbook back in school. And like, oh my God, there was like a whole chapter on it. I didn't really do the report. I don't know. I had like there was some sort of something coming up. I think I had like a date or something. Anyways, doesn't matter. They're kind of amazing and cool and rare. Wow. Hi. Do you want to join our ship, our party, or do you want to go back? You want to go back?
Hey, Chumbawamba, do you want to be friends and hang out with us?
You see, Boxy, it starts pointing at your apron where all of your tools are, and it reaches behind it, even though you saw it didn't have any pockets, and it pulls out a little glowing sphere. It fills up its whole hand, but it's about the size of a pearl to you. Because again, this thing is only about 6 inches tall. It's not very big. And it points at the pearl and points at you and points at your apron and points at it. Like,
here, trade, you want to trade? You can have my little bunny head. He died a few months ago and I kept his head. It's still really fluffy. You want it? And then Boxy reaches out and offers it to him. And then she points at it like,
you see, as you hold the bunny head out, it holds the pearl out, like very much trying to make the trade at the same time type deal.
Okay. And then Boxy carefully hands it over to him so he can grab the bunny head and then quickly grabs the pearl back.
It hops out of your hand. It's squirt. You realize it actually just immediately gets out of your grip. Like you realize it probably could have the entire time, Boxy. And it sort of runs up your arm and it points at your tools and it points at the pearl and it points at your tools again. Like,
I think it wants you to open the pearl. Like maybe there's something inside of it.
Sure.
Oh my God, Boxy, you have to open the pearl.
Okay. The pearl.
Boxy,
my stuff. Here you go.
Give me another insight check.
Insight. Okay.
You see, it's like leaned against Boxy's head now. Like it's odd that something is like this much smaller than you. And it looks at you, Sonny, and it pulls out another pearl and it just holds it out and it says, and just
you want
holds
me
it towards you.
You want me to eat it? You want me to eat a no. It wants me to blow on the pearl?
And it points out towards space, and it's like,
Oh,
and then it
helps
points
you
at the pearl, and it's like,
breathe. Oh, it'll help you breathe. Oh my God, that's amazing. Like if I cut it open, it'll help me breathe.
it just kind of makes a squishing sound.
Oh, if I like, if I
Although,
crush it.
For you, Boxy, what did you get on that insight?
23.
You don't know why, Boxy. Maybe you're just used to alternative ways of thinking. You get the distinct impression that this pearl will make a tool for you.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. And Boxy pulls out one of her tools. It's like a syringe, and she jams it into the pearl.
When you do, Boxy, you see out of the other side of the pearl, not another syringe, but a really nice lockpick. Boxy, the kind that would help you do some high quality thievery. And you see it stops and it holds up and it goes and it points at the pearl and it holds up 3 fingers, and then it points at the pearl and says holds up 2 fingers, and then it points at your pearl, Sunny, and holds up 3 fingers.
Yeah. Okay. And my pearl is the same as her pearl. Okay. Wow. Very cool. I'm also, but for breathing. Okay. So I'm holding the guppy also. I just want to like put the guppy like, because it's really cute, and I just kind of want to hold it close, and I just want to kind of stroke it and make it feel sort of comfortable, and like I don't know if it'll like calm down a little bit.
Starts making a purring noise, which you didn't know fish purr, but apparently that's a thing.
Know that they purr.
It just sort of like nuzzles against you and everything.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. It looks just like this bag I used to have. It was like a very like fancy Balenciaga bag. Yeah.
The Chawinga hops over and sort of like pets the back of the fish and kind of rubs your arm a little bit, Sunny, and just looks at the two of you and says, and it just motions towards itself and just back out towards space. And just kind of hops on the back of the fish.
Yeah, thank you. I'll hold out the fish. It was so nice to meet you. What is your name? So like a sign we can do for your name. Do you have a name? No. Okay. Well, I thank you.
It tries to hug you, but Sunny, you're gigantic,
so
and it's
big.
6 inches. It just like presses itself against your arm for a second.
It can hold on to like an inch of my hair. My arm hair is very thick.
It holds its hands up towards Sid, and you see flowers start blossoming all over Sid, and he just sort of goes, "Oh, this is lovely."
Thank you. You are just the nicest. Oh my God, Boxy, what a great fishing trip we'd had today.
He gave me. Am I allowed to grab the lockpick?
Yeah, it's yours.
Okay, it's mine now. And then I'm holding on to my little Chumbawamba. You're really nice. Sonny, we can't keep him. Do we have to?
Yeah, I think we have to. Well, because they have their own life to live. They've got things to do.
Okay.
Like I think we got to throw them back. Okay, so here's the fish, and you can put them on the fish, and they're gonna go about their day. But they gave us these really cool gifts.
And I'm holding, like, Boxy's holding on so tight, this kid's about to explode, like his mouth. Oh, sorry. And then I put him back onto the fish, and I pet him, and then I said, "Thank you, I love you."
Thank you so much. Have a really great day.
And at the very last moment, she grabs him, just, and just puts the whole mouth in her face and kisses him and puts him back.
You see, it stops for a second and it just turns bright red. It just gives you a no, stop it, you, and hits the fish and goes flying off the side of the ship again, back out into space.
Sonny?
Yes.
Do you think they'll miss us?
I don't know. I bet they meet a lot of travelers.
I'll miss them.
But you know what, Boxy? You're special. So I'm sure that they will remember you.
Yay.
I will always remember you.
Absolutely. Who could forget the two of you?
We are definitely like giant bugbear, little Kender. Like we are a perfect odd couple.
The cutest thing.
hear Kaiho's voice come over the intercom. Could you all join me at the front of the ship, please? We have guests arriving.
Okay. I quickly grab onto Sunny's leg.
I'm gonna put my like my vest has kind of like a little watch pocket, so I'll put my pearl in my little watch pocket, which is kind of keeps it hidden away, and we will move off towards the prow.
Oh, do I still have my pearl? Or did it turn into a lockpick?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You have the pearl and a lockpick. He held up 3 fingers, and then he pointed at the lockpick, and then held up 2 fingers.
Okay. Boxy puts the pearl in her mouth, and then holds on to Sunny.
Meanwhile, at the front of the ship, Torvin, you were there with Kaiho, which you realize the only time that he can get out of the Spelljammer chair now is basically when you guys are docked somewhere. And he's pacing back and forth in front of you, and he says, look, okay, I know you're not going to be terribly happy with this. We're having to work with Habsel again, but he asked for you by name this time. Come on, that's got to be good, right?
This is a trend? Wait, why does every conversation between us always go in this direction of, I know you're going to hate this, and then I do?
No, hear me out, though. I know we don't have to eat or sleep or breathe when we get out into the Astral Sea, but we have to eat here. And I'm afraid Boxy is about to start feeding us all some of her samples. We have to make some money, Torvin.
Fine. It's fine.
Where is Riddle, by the way? She's been acting so strange. I think it's strange. I don't know her well. Maybe she just is strange.
She's not acting strange. She's...
I'm here. I'm just below deck, just checking on some things, just making sure all of my things are in order. But I'm here. I am accounted for. And what's going on?
Right when you get there, Riddle, you see Sunny and Boxy coming up again, and Kaiho sort of straightens his vest a little and says, okay, listen, we're just going to do a job. I'm sure it's going to be simple. Delivery job, in fact, I think. I don't know. They are paying well. They asked for Torben. It's somebody that we've worked with before. His name's Habsel. Okay, I need to explain one quick thing to you before they get here, though. Habsel is what is called a mercane, right? They're giants, they're very eccentric, but they all know each other. So if this goes poorly, no mercane anywhere is going to work with us anymore. Okay?
That's okay, because we are excellent delivery people. Torvin and I, we've had lots of bounty jobs before. No problem.
It's absolutely.
Most of them were alive.
Most of them. Sometimes they didn't request they were alive.
You know, also, I've done my fair share of live and not alive bounties. And he turns and looks at Sunny. He's like, usually I complete the job, but it's fine. No, this one's going to be easy.
I'm a special case.
You are the most special case. Just please, best behavior, okay? Wait, no, here they come. And he turns and he points off onto the docks of the Oasis, and you do see 3 figures approaching. What does Myril look like?
Myril has like a pale blue skin, white hair, and golden eyes. And he's wearing like just kind of like a comfortable robe that it flows, and you can see and you just know that it is from nobility. It's made of a fantastic cloth. Like it's well put together.
Perfect. And what does Ignar look like?
Ignar is humanoid but with simian features, so very much think like capuchin or capuchin, however you want to pronounce it. Monkey, very long limbed, very graceful in his movements, but on the older side, he's got I would say a very angular, sharp beard with plenty of gray in it. And from his like arms to his body, you can see like his membranous Hadosian wings stretching from his arms to his body, and as he moves, he flows.
As one does, winged space monkey people. That's clearly. Welcome to Spelljammer. With the
and he doesn't have golden eyes. I just feel like DJ specify his eyes are I don't know, monkey color. But what do monkey? I literally never thought about it before this second.
His eyes are mind your business color. That's what color his eyes are.
He's wearing goggles, so you don't know.
There you go. Sunny immediately clocks Maril and like the finery. And I just like lean down to Boxy. I'm like, now there's someone who knows how to dress.
Oh, okay. But not ignorant.
There's a third person with them, a gargantuan, literal giant. He stands about 13 feet tall, with blue skin, decked head to toe in silk and ruffles, with a long black sword hanging at his waist in a very large money pouch. You immediately recognize him, Torvin. It is Habsel, the Mercane. He looks up at the deck of the ship and says, "Oh, hi, hello. You all came just on time. Yes, it's all good. It's good to see. Yes, my role, Igna. I told you they would be here on time. Hello, hi. It is me, Habsel."
How big is Habsel? How tall?
13 feet tall.
Okay.
He's even much bigger than you, son.
Just checking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And he's like, how's it going?
Permission to come aboard, Captain. Yeah, that's the right thing to say, right? I know that's what we're here for to be coming aboard, but I want to be polite, right? Igna, my role. This is Habsel. He's an old friend of mine. Also as a Kaiho. Hello, Kaiho. And you see, he just says, "The money is good, you all. I promise, the money is good."
How far is Riddle from me right now?
Riddle, how far are you from her?
Probably about 8 or 9 feet.
Oh, okay. Hey, Sunny.
Sunny,
I'll be right back. I love you.
Okay.
And then she just scuttles over to Riddle, and she pulls. Thank you. And she pulls on Riddle's leg. Riddle,
you wanna?
Riddle, I wanna.
And
Again,
and Riddle is only
not
like
that much bigger
Riddle,
than Boxy.
Riddle is only like 6 inches taller.
Right.
Boxy is like a Great Dane who thinks she's tiny, but has no idea she's the same size as you. She crawls over to Riddle, like, Riddle, dude, look at the bag. Look at the bag on the big man. I bet he has a lot of stuff in there. We should probably take it.
Yeah, you should totally take it. And Kaiho says that it's worth it. I don't know why he said that, because he seems like he's really nice. What did you get from that little guppy and Chumbawamba?
And Boxy kind of reaches in. It's this shiny thing. It gave me this cool lockpick.
Oh my God.
I'm not quite sure what this one does. It kept on going three this many to me, but all I know is that it takes. Oh God,
Boxy, do you know what this means? We can steal so many things. We have a lockpick. Okay, get on my shoulders quickly before they suspect something. And Riddle is going to crouch down so Boxy can get on her shoulders.
Okay.
Boxy, you immediately see Kaiho is just standing there, but he has his finger pointed in your direction, which you know is how he casts his message cantrip. And you hear in your ear, "Boxy, do not rob this man. I'm telling you, it will go poorly for all of us."
Okay.
Ignar would like to. I'm scoping. I'm going to roll an insight check to.
Please do.
If I see that coming.
Absolutely. It's you give me insight, Ignar, and Riddle, and
Oh no, I
Boxy,
totally don't.
Give me deception. They may not be very good liars.
Deception? Okay.
Okay.
Deception.
That's going to be a 24.
That's a 3.
Oh,
Riddle is ice cold, but Boxy might be a little suspect. Ignar.
Mine was a natural 1.
Oh, never mind. This all seems legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I missed it.
If anything, Ignar on the deck of the ship is a full-grown treant, which
I
you don't
think
get to see a lot of nature.
And
out
I'm from
in
a
space.
forest planet. I'm into that. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah, no, so that's hard to overlook, honestly. It's right there. And now it's covered in really pretty flowers, honestly. You see Hapsil comes walking up, and again, he absolutely towers over all of you. Sunny's about 9 feet tall, Kaiho's about 7 feet tall, but most of you are standard mortal races, and he's 13 feet tall. So he just walks up and he's like, yes, okay, so the job is a very simple one, Torvin. We got a call from the commission. It's out in the Astral Sea. You know the Astral Sea. And they say, you must send Torvin. We need him immediately. And I said, yeah, sehr gut. I find the Torvin. And then I did. And so now, and he reaches in his robe and you hear the clinking of the coins. Like there's a small fortune on his waist. He pulls out a rolled up parchment with a wax seal on it, Torvin, and he hands it to you. And he says, so my associates, Ignar and Myril, they will be accompanying you here. You get to the destination, you crack open the thing, you read the thing, you do the thing says, you come back, I gives you some money. Is that good, yeah?
Okay. First off, it's very nice to meet you, how there, and Ignar. And we just take this thing and open up and that's it in a predetermined location.
Yes, you get down, you open it, and you do the thing it says in the thing. Yes, but then, yes, you come back, I pay you, it's all good. It's all good. In Myril and Ignar, we have our own arrangement here why they're going to be coming with you. You don't have to pay them. It's not coming out of your cut. It's all good. Ignar, he is the Hadozi. He is very acrobatic. He is very smart. I like him a lot. He's very fun at dinner parties. Also, Myril, you look at him, he is beautiful, but he is like the Viper. He is beautiful, but he is lethal. So do not underestimate him under any circumstances. I think, Torvin and Myril, I think you either get along very well or very not well at all, honestly. That's you just the Astral Elves, the tough boys.
I'm sure I think we're going to get along fine. So we're going to go down in a hole and do whatever we're told in the scroll, but we can't know what we're doing beforehand. I'm just
I think what he said was pretty clear, my boy. We go down in the hold and we open the scroll. Then everybody gets paid their toll. I don't understand the confusion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're like the poet also, Ignar. Is there anything you cannot do, my friend? I like you so much.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
He looks at you, Sonny, and he's like, oh, hello, little bugbear. Hi, look at you. You got the pretty fur and you got the strong muscles. Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing the bodyguard work? Because I could always use like a strong girl to keep track of things for me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm busy right now. I've got like a bunch of stuff going on. So like maybe later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, says no. You know, Torvin and Kaiho, we work together lots of times. They never double-cross me ever. I know they would not think of double-crossing me. So it's going to be fine. We have lots of opportunities to work together in the future.
So I'd like to sidle up to Myril and just be like, hey, so how long have you worked for this guy?
I lose track of time. A long time.
Oh my God. That's like the best answer ever. Do you like working for him?
It gives me things to do. I spend a lot of time just randomly swimming and exploring. So I take breaks and I get jobs. Helps me keep my skills sharp.
Oh, Myril. You are, I believe, what the children would call a downer. Yes, it's quite fun, Sonny. Don't let old sourpuss fool you. We have great times. Sometimes we sing songs. We'll dance. I will play the viol. And we'll have ourselves.
So you know how to play music and dance? And I look over at Boxy and I'm like,
yes, I'm quite skilled as a performer, be it as an aerialist, be it as a musician, be it as a dancer. Yeah, I might even sing from time to time, whatever you need.
It's, you know, if you're good at something, Ignar, you never do it for free. You make sure you charge them if you do the singing, right? It's lovely. It's like an angel voice. You wouldn't think of it with the little monkey face, but yes, he's just so beautiful when he does the singing.
Okay. Sometimes the payment you get is just knowing a job well done. You know, the smile on someone's face.
Well, I know that you guys, you got to get out there and do the works. And the sooner you go, the sooner you come back, the sooner you get your coins. So I'm going to go ahead and permission to disembark, Captain, or like whatever. That's the thing you say, right?
Wait.
I'm going to go either way, honestly.
Well,
but
we haven't
yes.
been formally introduced. Hapsil, my name is Riddle. Pleasure to meet you. And Riddle very exuberantly and excitedly rolls over to Habsil and reaches out for a handshake, or reaches up rather, but her sword is still attached to her arm. She apologizes as it collapses back into her arm.
I don't know. Oh, Torben, I will give you 50,000 gold pieces right now to let me buy this device. This is adorable. How did you make this thing? How is it like you're talking so lifelike?
It's a person, and they're not for sale. This is Riddle. She's an no.
Knee comes down on one knee, which still is about 2 feet higher than you, Riddle, and extends a hand. It's like, oh, an autonome. Hello. I'm Hapsol. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And Riddle has actually been teaching Boxy Thieves' Cant.
What's that? What is that?
It is a language that thieves use to be able to communicate. So basically, you can speak crime in front of people fairly openly without it being obvious.
Riddle looks up at Boxy and kind of like tugs on her earlobe and touches her nose and winks her left eye.
Okay.
And Boxy knows that's the signal to hop down.
Okay.
Try to get that coin purse.
So
And Ignar
Boxy-
looks back, and Ignar taps his nose, and tugs on his chin, and winks his right eye, which says, "Yeah, I know."
And then Riddle pulls her right earlobe and winks her right eye to signal to Boxy that they're on to us. Don't do it.
It's like, do you guys got itchy ears and noses? What is
Yes, it's
Yeah, I
something
think
in the
please.
air. Yes, I don't know.
and then Boxy pulls on her pigtails, touches her nose, and pulls her bottom lip to signal to Riddle, "Who's a strange person? Or he's telling. It doesn't make sense what they're saying. It's what? My foot is bigger than my head. I don't get it.
No, that's the left eye, dear. I did right eye.
His foot is bigger than his right butt cheek. That's weird. I don't want to.
Was it my accent?
He goes, Torben, you always travel with the colorful people, but okay, it is time for me to go. I has the spa treatment planned, yeah? Okay, good luck, everybody. Most of you hopefully come back alive, okay? And you see
It's nice
behind
meeting
him.
Boxy was so close. She was just this close to grabbing his bag, and then he just.
You see a doorway of light appears behind him, like a portal between realities, a dimension door, you might call it. And he just takes one step back and is gone. And you see Kaiho just kind of runs his hand up the side of his head and says, "Fine. Welcome aboard, Ignar. Welcome aboard, Myril. I don't think you'll need any special accommodations. Just there and back. Very simple, right?"
I'm good.
I'm actually fine staying here on the bridge where I can keep track of things.
I don't know if I said out loud that Kaiho is a Githyanki. So 7 foot tall, orange skin, scarred face that looks like a star blaster there. But he just says, great, fine. Well, I'm going to go take the helm. I've already got the coordinates, so unless anyone needs anything, just sit tight.
Do you need anything? Because I know you spent a lot of time in that chair. Do you need like a cushion or, a beverage before you sit back down again?
Torben, give me an insight check. Actually, Boxy, you can give me an insight check too. You can give it with advantage, Boxy.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not only are you a doctor, you know Kaiho very well.
Got an 18.
18, perfect.
And then Boxy rolled a. She rolled a 19.
Both of you realize at the exact same time when Torben says out loud, "Are you all right?" Kaiho's actually really worn out, but he's not admitting it, and he's acting like it's nothing. It's like this being the spelljammer of this ship is new and is taking more out of him than he thought it would, but he's not letting that on at all. He's like, "No, of course, I'm fine. Stop it. I'm okay." Yeah.
We could always get Zombie Morel back and have him just do it.
Oh, why would you insult me like this? No, fine. Okay. Well, one thing though, Sonny,
Yeah.
We are going to be going out into the Astral Sea. Things are a little different out there, but it's gonna be fine. They'll all explain it to you.
Okay, I'm super confused by how you just like deliberately told me everything was going to be fine. But I trust you.
If I thought it wasn't going to be fine, I wouldn't be bringing you. Like, how hard could this be, right? No, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse,
You're
right?
making it worse. Yeah,
I'm making
you
it
really
worse.
are.
Yes. Fine. Well, gather around, everyone. I'm taking us out. And he does turn and walks down into the hold. Again, Ignar and Myril. This is a living ship. You've probably seen its like before. It's a mid-sized vessel, but you realize it probably should have more crew than the people that you're seeing here. It is not particularly heavily armed. There is one big ballista kind of sitting up on the prow. Clearly, the most striking feature, besides these colorful people, is the treant on the deck of the ship. That you can see the roots have grown down along the sides of it and kind of gripped into the hull of it. Yeah, it's it also both Ignar and Myril, give me perception checks.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 as well.
Ooh.
Both of you also realize the ship's a little beat up and under what's the word I'm looking for? Like it doesn't have all this doesn't have all the supplies it should have. Like it's not there should be more stuff. It's like it's clear to both of you the ship's kind of going through a rough patch.
I like to say this ship has character. It's been lived in.
Yes. Quite been lived on, been lived at,
Been shot
lived
at.
in, lived
Been shot
upon,
from.
it seems.
Boxy is she's at one of the edges or on the corner where the ship is clearly he got messed up there, and there might be some weird fluids. Who knows what it is? And she's just scraping it into her little bottle.
So
Boxy.
as the ship starts to go off, I'm a little thrown by Kaio's like warnings, and everyone like he seemed like a really nice guy, but everyone's like, oh no, we have to work with him. So is there a crow's nest, or can I climb to the top of Sid? I just want to like keep up like a 360 kind of view, general perception as we head out.
Yes, they're absolutely. Well, I think there is a crow's nest, but would you be more comfy with Sid?
I think so.
Really up to you.
Yeah, I think I'll climb if Sid's cool with it. I'll climb up to the top of Sid's just so I can have I just want to be on alert
You see,
as we head out.
May I join you?
Yeah, please come on up.
Thank you. It has been quite some time since I was able to climb into actual tree, be it.
Well, Sid's
honor.
the best.
Oh, stop. Hello, what's your name? I'm Sid.
My name is Ignar Airstrider Sid. It is an absolute, and I mean this in every way, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, make yourself comfortable in my branches. I've got these pretty flowers. And you notice right when he says that, the flowers kind of start to fade away, just right in front of you. And he just goes, oh.
Yes, but Sid, isn't that what true beauty is? It must be fleeting in order for us to appreciate it.
That is profound.
Simply experience, my friend.
You will feel the Deciduan pull away from the oasis, and a familiar sensation, or a sensation that is becoming increasingly familiar for some of you, is the moment that you get out of the gravity well of the oasis, the ship speeds up to almost unimaginable speeds. It's like there's stars, and then it's just streaks of just going. But this time, Sunny, something different happens. Something Torvin, Ignar, Myril, Riddle, you said you're 6 months old. You may not have seen this. Boxy, you've seen, but may or may not remember. You see, as you're traveling through space, it's almost like it starts to get thinner, like you're moving through a veil of something. And it's almost like all of reality begins to trail off. Like there's not a hard limit you pass through. It's just like two different bodies of water commingling. And as you fly out past it, you stop seeing stars and you start seeing this, a just colorful, endless expanse out around you. It's warm. It feels kind of like it were a bright, sunny day. Immediately, any pangs of hunger you might have felt go away. You don't feel sleepy. You don't feel thirsty. You're aware the ship is moving because you can feel it, but it's just everywhere you look, it's just the same as you enter into the Astral Sea.
Have you traveled places like this before?
I have traveled more than I care to remember, young one, but I never get tired of this. For me, it is the feeling of freedom, moving from place to place. Yes. Were you tied down? Were you, I don't mean to pry, but have you traveled much?
I love talking about it. My parents are the worst. So I ran away and now I just want to like see everything. And like Kaiho's been taking me around and like showing me stuff and like everything is new. I mean, this is amazing.
Sunny.
Yeah.
The moment you say my parents are the worst and I ran away.
Yeah.
You just know your parents are exactly that way. Like you just know that it's like, if I went that direction, that's where they are.
That's super weird. As I do, you like Ignar, if you were, watching closely, you'd see just like Sunny's like this, like I'm covered in hair from head to toe. And it's like perfectly like brushed and coiffed. I mean, like arms, legs, everything is just, my whole face is just furry. And usually it's like, it's almost like it's lit from within with like energy and excitement and innocence. And as soon as like that realization happens, it's almost like the light goes out. There's like a little kind of like wild animal in a cage that just kind of comes over her until she sort of shakes it off. Tries to put on a smile.
Was it?
Sunny, yeah.
May I ask you a question?
Oh my God, of course.
Are you a different person now than you were before?
I mean, no, I've always been me. I just like it here better.
So rather than a different person, perhaps there's something in your past you're attempting to leave behind. Yes?
Kaiho likes me just the way I am.
I hope that continues to be true.
You know what? I like you just the way you are.
I am glad that you like me the way that I am now.
You said you're an aerialist. What is that?
Well, thank you so much for asking. I could explain, but it would be far easier to demonstrate.
Oh my God.
And Ignar leaps from the branch that they are on, and he sails from there, extending his membrane wings, and proceeds to put on a bit of a show.
Ignar, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. This is what you do, especially out here in the Astral Sea, where there's you're limited only by the gravity well of the Deciduan itself. You all see he goes over towards the side and just disappears down the side of the ship, and appears a few moments later on the other side of the ship, flying back all around. It is beautiful to behold. Myral. While all of this is happening, as you enter into the Astral Sea, which you as an astral elf have spent unimaginable time here. It would be a misnomer to say you've spent centuries here. Time doesn't pass in the Astral Sea. Were you here years? Were you here decades? Were you here millennia? There's really no way to say, because there's no way to measure. But what is Myral doing as you all return, especially having another astral elf brother aboard the ship?
Myral just took a minute or two to just watch, because there's something about the Astral Sea that Myral just absolutely loves, and that's why he feels he's stayed there for a long time, but he's not sure. He has no gauge. He just is in awe of everything about it. And then he just looks over to Torvin and just, does it feel this way for you every time as well?
Sure, every time. How you enjoying the ship? You've been on the ship about 5 minutes. It seems like.
Has it been 5 minutes or has it been 5 years? You're in the Astral Sea now.
Nobody knows.
Torvin's a little like nervous in general about this whole situation. I've got captain things I need to do around the ship. You understand? But yeah, it's usually always this way. We've got all kinds of wonderful people. Have you met Boxy or Riddle? Riddle's kind of an assassin bot. But yeah.
Well,
why are you nervous? This is a standard job. Me? Am I an assassin?
Oh no, I was saying I'm the new assassin because I've only ever killed one person before, but I'm working on that.
She did a great job at it.
Thanks. I think he was wondering why you're nervous, Torvin.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous. I just have social anxiety. It's just so many people coming and going. What? Yeah. Well, I also don't like clowns. I mean, who does? That's a normal thing to be afraid of. It's not really my thing.
Wait, I like clowns. Are we talking about clowns? I have a lot of friends who are clowns.
Specifically, well, how many? Are we talking clowns or space clowns?
No. He's like a baby when it comes to clowns. It's crazy.
Like all clowns?
All clowns. He just do a little baby. He cries.
Are we talking about the same? Like the pie in the face and the squirty water clowns?
No, the ones that do that, but also do murder. Those clowns.
Oh, yes.
Scare me.
No, they're no fun. I wouldn't say scary, just kind of, upsetting.
Mainly, I just don't get them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
they want to murder, and I kind of get that. I don't get the whole like paint yourself up and put on squeaky shoes and then do the murdering. That part freaks me out.
It's not necessarily connected. You can have like a baker who's also a painter, right? They're not a baker painter, right? So they're a clown and a murderer. They're not a clown murderer, right? Just happens to be two.
I think I'm a clown murderer if given the opportunity.
See?
All the clown murderers.
Oh, good point.
Because are they clowns and murderers that only focus on murdering clowns?
Yes, it would be a murderer clown, wouldn't it? Murderer clown,
Right.
murderer, right?
Murderous clown murders clown. That just sounds like
A
sad sentence.
No, murderous clown
Yes,
is a clown that murders, but not clowns.
but a clown murderer
Yeah, that's someone who
is
just
someone who
actively
murders
finds
clowns.
exactly.
But isn't a murderous
so we're
clown
clown
murderer?
murderers.
Like a murderous clown murderer could be somebody who murders, but is also not a clown, but they
Yes.
murder clowns.
This is a good point.
A murderous clown murderer murdering clowns. It's just it's cyclical.
Huh.
It's a problem.
And I've got another one. How much fish would a space fish fish if a space fish had the space?
You
Yes.
all hear Kaiho's voice come over the ship's PA. The fact that I can hear every room on this vessel is absolutely unbearable. Thank you. Please continue.
Kaiho, how many fish would a space clown fish murder fish?
If it had the space.
If it had the space.
That's the important part.
That's the important part.
I said the answer was yes.
That is,
Yeah.
yes.
Myro, you always get these. I've been trying to stump Myro for years now.
Oh, speaking of murders, Myro, have you had your first murder yet?
Oh,
Meagan
murder.
comes over.
What's that like? Have you learned anything? Like how many? How old are you?
Age. Ooh,
Oh, that's right.
That's-
You don't really count days.
not anymore. With you, I feel like I've spent a lot of time here, and time doesn't move the same when you're
Hmm.
here
Like in a good way?
in the best way.
Oh, like you're in the moment kind of way. I really like Wildspace.
I agree.
So,
Every time I come, I just look and just imagine that. Ooh, that was a week. Oh, that was a month. We'll never know.
Ignar leans over to Torvin and is like, yes, he tends to answer like very simple questions in very deep ways. It's kind of his thing. It's really fun. But ask him a really deep question and he'll give you like a really simple answer. It's very impressive, actually. If you ever want to have some fun with it.
Hey, Miro, what's the answer to life?
7.
This is what I'm talking about. It's great.
Oh yeah, no, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, no, it's interesting. He's very profound no matter what he does.
Yeah, ask him what his favorite color is.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Everything.
Foxy runs over to Miro and kind of just crawls on his back while he's answering all these questions and just kind of takes a look at all his pockets and what he has. Hey, you're cool. I like your words. Funny person.
Yeah, she, Myril and Ignar. Boxy is a kinder. There's a real chance she's the first kinder you've ever seen. They're very rare. She kind of looks like a child. How tall are you, Boxy? You're very small, but I don't want to say the wrong size. Yeah, she's 4 feet tall, but only about 35, 40 pounds. She's very little. You would, if you weren't paying close attention, you would think she's just a kid.
Okay, I have to ask, and this is very impertinent, but forgive an old man his curiosity. How old are you?
She shouts into the I know that she knows that Kaiho is listening to her. Kaiho, how many am I?
We also spent a great deal of time out here in the Astral Sea. We might have lost track of exactly how young our dear Boxy is. She's young at heart, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's just, have you ever thought about a career in aerialism? You're so slight. I could see you on a trapeze. I could see you on a trampoline.
Ooh. I like that. I bounce off of these dum-dums' heads all the time.
You want to see something cool? And Sunny will get down and like literally like lift Boxy up in the air with one, like on 2 fingers practically.
Yeah,
and like cheerleaders, you know, like directly up and then throw her, she'll spin and then land because, you know, I'm sort of a strong woman. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Okay, wait. How much do you weigh, would you say? I'm going to look and say 35 to 40 pounds.
Yeah, I'm kind of little.
Okay, how about my back? You're going to love this.
Okay. And then Boxy climbs on to Ignar's back and just holds on very close.
Myra leans into Sunny right when she starts climbing up and says, watch this.
Ignar's going to climb up Sid and launch with Boxy on his back.
Where do you go? Again, she weighs almost nothing. It's like wearing a backpack, Ignar. What do you choose to do?
He's going to dive bomb towards the deck. And just like pull at the last minute and do like a swirl and land on his feet. Starts trying to seem like, oh no, it's gonna crash, and then boom, and land on his feet.
While she was flying in the air with Ignar, her tools are flying out of her vest, and she's grabbing onto it. But she notices that Ignar's stuff is flying out of his pocket soon, starts grabbing all that and putting it in her pocket also.
When they land, he's gonna lift her off his back.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 21 on sleight of hand to pick her pocket.
I was about to say, so we're dueling roll. Okay, so 21 from him. Okay, first, Boxy, give me perception. This is the first thing. First perception. We're going to find out if you notice him robbing you. Then we're going to find out if he notices you robbing him.
Hold on, where's my... And then add 25.
So you notice that you've got. Now, hey! Boxy, you give me sleight of hand, and Ignar, you give me perception.
3, okay.
Oh, mine was only 11 perception.
Sleight of hand is at a 6.
Oh, okay. So we each clocked each other.
Both of you just hands in each other's pockets there.
Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Foxy, don't lose that cool thing you just got. It's okay. I hid it. It's somewhere he can't find it. It's okay. It's my special pocket.
Okay, so when they land, Ignatius just kind of look at Boxy and then like hold out her stuff just out of her reach.
And Boxy's holding his stuff in her, like just really close to her. Just looks up at him.
Maro just leans into Ignar and just, you got caught stealing her stuff, didn't you?
Yes, but I also caught her stealing my stuff. I mean, to be fair.
What kind of stuff does Ignar have on his person? Because Boxy has a bizarre assemblage of odds and ends. She's got some medical tools. She's got a syringe filled with blood that's probably starting to turn. But like bits and pieces of things that used to be living, but also just like string. If is somehow bottle caps are still a thing out here. It is just a random mixture of things that should be valuable and things that are just completely meaningless. So what kind of things does Ignar have?
I would say, common pocket stuff, except for he does have a gold pocket watch. But other than that, it's loose change and some, maybe a compact or something that's a little too cracked. He's a little bit vain. But it's the gold pocket watch that I think is the prized thing.
Hey, that's not. And Boxy starts patting around her. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. Hey, you can't take that from me. That's my favorite thing. You can't take that. That's mine.
Okay, trade back.
At the same time?
Same
Riddle,
time.
I asked you something here in chat, Riddle.
I just rolled it.
At the same time. Ready?
Yes.
On 3.
1, 2, 3.
And she throws her stuff at him.
And he throws his stuff or her stuff at her. Yes.
And she scrambles on the floor to grab the pocket watch, and only the pocket watch, and keeps it close to her.
That was you did a very good job.
I think
Can I
you
just
hit it
say,
too.
That was very good. Very clean pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even feel it, but you have some cool stuff. I like your stuff, and you're really good.
Thank you. Yes, shake back.
Ignar, as you are kind of like doing a little bit of inventory, your coin purse is missing. Boxy doesn't have it.
Okay. He's going to point to Myron and go, Sonny, Torvin, no. Nice. He's going to tug his ear in the universal symbol for nice.
Riddle tugs your ear to say thanks, and then like runs below deck to hide it.
No, that was clean. I respect that.
I'll lean over to Myral and just say, I'm so sorry about them. We really shouldn't be stealing from you guys, but I don't know. They can't seem to help it.
That is a common thing with thieves that I've found, is that once they meet their kin, they like to show off a bit. I've watched Ignar steal things from people you would be surprised to find out that he actually got away.
Wow.
It's quite impressive. I'm actually very happy that she didn't try to steal my things when she was climbing my back.
Boxy is in the corner with Ignar, kind of just like discussing. So, like, do you like bump into them? Do you like distract? What do you do?
Yeah, it's the distraction because normally part of the show, there's let me put you on my back as I did. Or there's something of watch this. Oh, I stumbled, right? And then oh, let me help you. And then you're in there. I'm just showing off. If I'm being honest, that life is behind me now. I now only do it either for fun or for work.
Okay.
But I don't do it for sport anymore, as it were.
And then Boxy's like, yeah, no, my favorite thing is like the orphan thing. And then the conversation just kind of trails off.
No, I began that way as well.
While you all are talking, you feel the ship kind of shudder a little bit, which now you've come to realize is when you get into the gravity well of something else. And although it seems, again, the Astral Sea doesn't change, it's just the same colorful infinity. Up ahead, you see what looks like a small group of asteroids, some just very large rocks kind of floating in the middle, which Ignar and Myral know this is your destination. This is where you're supposed to be going.
So we've arrived.
Yes, now let me be clear. I am not really a point person. Probably should have established that earlier. One, I'm old. So I'm more of a towards the back scout, like a back scout, not a forward scout, kind of more of like I'm watching, everything's safe back here. kind of thing.
Irvin's kind of our point guy, I gotta say.
Excellent. Yes, he seems young and resilient. He could take a stab or a shot or something. He would be fine.
I prefer not to get shot, but yes, yeah, I tend to run point. Yeah,
everyone prefers not to. That's understandable.
I mainly do the shooting myself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Torvin, how are you feeling about this job? Because usually when we get a scroll, we're allowed to read it before we take it. Have my hypothesis is ranking this very high risk, 9 out of 10.
It's extremely risky, and Kaiho knows it. I'm not very concerned about what he's been hearing all the time. We can never even complain about you.
It pays well, okay? I'm telling you, you've got nothing to worry about. If anything were going to happen, I assure you I would know. And at that exact second, all of you give me perception checks.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
16 total.
16.
If Kaiho feels okay about it, then it must be okay.
I beg to differ on this.
You are muted, Boxy.
21.
21. 19,
13 for
19,
Sunny.
13, Sunny. Okay, right.
15.
15, Torvin.
I'm getting there.
And Riddle, did you give me perception? Sorry.
Yeah, I got a 10. Everything's
10,
fine.
perfect. No, this all seems legit, 100%.
Everything's fine. We're good. We're fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if you say so, Kyle. And I'm just like polishing my gun, not paying attention to anything. The world is blowing up. I'm like, oh, that's nope. Don't do that.
Off on the stern side of the ship, I freely admit I always mix up aft and stern. I am going to say it wrong a lot over the course of this game. That side of the ship, you hear.
Are you talking about the front, the back, the left, or the right?
I mean I mean the right side, theoretically.
Okay, that's starboard.
That one.
Starboard.
Boxy. You hear boom, 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 boom. The rest of them are just talking, Boxy, but you're sure you hear it.
Who's the biggest person I know? Sunny!
Yeah, Boxy, what?
And Boxy runs over to Sunny, just grabs her like, there's a weird sound. I heard something weird. There's people walking on the ship, or I don't know. It sounded like poof.
So knowing Boxy, I believe her instantly, and I just try to focus in on whatever she's talking about.
The moment you say that, all of you hear from that side, the starboard side, permission to come aboard, Captain.
Sunny, there's ugly people here.
I look
Wait a minute,
over.
Torvin. Usually when people ask permission to be invited into things, they're vampires. Is this a vampire?
To be clear, when you look, you don't see anything.
Right.
You just see the same colorful but you all hear it, not in your head. The mind flayers were in your head. You hear out loud somebody say that.
Sunny, pick me up.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we appreciate your interest in our ship.
Pick me up, Sunny.
I picked her up. She's
Ignor's already climbed up
Boxy.
Sid. Ignor's like,
But we prefer you not to board, and we do not give you permission, actually. Thank you very much. Funny meeting out here in the middle of nowhere.
Torvin,
Oh, that's not good.
surely you haven't forgotten about us quite so soon. And right immediately off the starboard side of the ship, not 15 feet away, you all see something appear next to you. It would have been beautiful once. It is making sure I give you the proper description of exactly what it looks like. You see a vessel that Myrol and Torvin, you recognize the make of it immediately. It looks almost like an insect or a bird with huge gossamer wings that are coming off of it. It's a star moth vessel. That is what astral elves usually fly in. But the gossamer wings are torn and tattered, and the ship looks burned with a hole punched all the way through the side of it, and it looks worn and cracked. Torvin, You know this vessel immediately. It is the Zimblanity, and you served aboard it for many years. The last time you saw it, it was on fire, presumably with all hands aboard lost. As this comes into focus, you see on the deck of the ship 2 figures. They look like they might have been astral elves at some time. Their eyes are milky white. They are gaunt. Their skin is drawn and looks all like desiccated. And the man is large and imposing with a hook hand on his right hand. And there is a woman next to him wearing what would have been the height of finery at some point long past. You, Torvin, know them. That is Captain Aegis and his first mate and your once betrothed Gorgo. But they're supposed to be dead.
What a twist.
Oh, hi. How's it? Fancy finding you out here in the Astral. How's it been going? See, the ship's looking real good. You've been taking good care of it. Are you skinnier?
No thanks to you. Myril, you know, this is who you're here to meet.
But Miles just been standing there with his arms crossed and just, what took you so long?
We needed you to answer the call. So, are we going to do business or not? I repeat myself. Permission to come aboard, Captain.
And he looks at Torvin, just, I'm not the captain. I can't give permission, but this is who we're here to see.
This just so happens to be, an old nemesis of mine that I thought were long dead. Yeah, no, totally fine. Yeah, come aboard. Everything's gonna be real good.
Might this be the time to check the scroll?
Riddle, get
No,
ready
man,
to Riddle,
Come
would you
aboard.
get ready to stab?
When you say come aboard, up the side of the ship, you see 4 more of these vampire pirates. Vampirates.
Nailed it. Riddle nailed it.
Up over the railing. And Torvin, you recognize all of them. You served with all of these men, but they're all gaunt and dead. And they have fangs protruding, and their clothes looks burned and torn and singed. And you see the Captain Aegis and Gorgo both jump across and land on the deck of the ship. And you see she looks around and she says, Torvin, my beloved, you've come back to me after all this time. And what a delightful assemblage you've brought with you.
Yeah, you look different. It's been a minute. You're very spry now. That's nice. And I really like that pallor that you got going on right now. That must be you just must be fighting off the boys with a stick.
I assure you, Torvin, I don't need a stick. And she she looks up at Sunny and then down at Riddle, and she goes, interesting choices.
That's one thing I never did quite like about the Astral Sea is all the damn vampirates everywhere.
That is often a real downer.
You see the captain stomps forward and holds up the hook hand, and he says, you know, Torvin, at first I was upset with you for this one, but I made the most of it. And up over his back, you see a severed hand crawls up and sits on his shoulder. Aye. Sir, Hobsel made good on our arrangement then, did he?
Yeah, let's do that. That's great. I love what you did with your hand. I have a lot of questions, maybe some inappropriate ones, but we'll just table that for now. So you seem upset. I don't know why. You seem to be doing great.
Torvin, the scroll, if you would read the scroll now, it might give you
that
some.
might be a delightful idea. because
Okay,
I tell
yep.
Torvin.
Yep, okay, fine. No.
Myra leads into Torvin
You know,
right
Torvin.
as he starts to talk to him, and Myra leans in and just, you do know that just in case you haven't had the opportunity, if you revoke their welcome, they have to go. And then just looks right at the pirates and just, they know that though.
Torvin, you see as you reach for the scroll, he holds a hand up and he says, "Do you know something? Out here in the Astral Sea, we still choose to sleep on occasion, if only to dream about the day that we get our revenge on you. It's not today, but I assure you, it's coming."
So you're going to kill me, but not today. At another juncture, you're going to go find me and kill me, but today you just don't have the stuff.
You see Gorgo turns and leans down right in front of you, Boxy. Like, gets right in your face.
She's on my back.
Oh, then she stands and looks up. She comes right into your bubble, though, Sonny. Like, she's not scared of you at all.
Okay.
And looks up at Boxy. You're special. You understand what we are, don't you, little one?
Maybe you guys aren't really like the most like fresh, I guess.
Boxy, would you like to use your Eyes of the Grave ability?
Yeah, I would like to cast Eyes of the Grave.
When you activate it, you as a grave cleric have an innate sense of undeath. The 6 of them resonate very clearly in front of you. But on board the ship, there are 4 other undead that aren't the same. There's something else on the ship.
Huh?
Their ship.
On their ship. Oh, okay. So I cast Eyes of the Dead and, hey, Sunny,
Yeah.
these people are, okay, like, I mean, like, they're dead. They're like super
kinda
dead.
figured that.
But
Yeah.
there's more. I heard there's more. I can feel it here. But they're not like normal dead, Sunny. And then she yanks on Sunny's hair.
Yeah.
They're normal dead. They're weird dead.
I'm going to kind of turn Boxy so that I'm between her and Gorgo. And
Mhm.
I don't even know if Gorgo would hear it, but Boxy, you feel like a kind of growly vibration through my back.
You see Gorgo just kind of looks at you and smiles. She's like, "Oh, but we're here to do business today. I promise you, I will not bite." And she does bare her fangs at you actively.
Yeah. I don't even, my fangs are 4 times the size of her fangs. I just smile and they just sort of glisten in the astral light. And I go, any day, do your business.
I hold on to Sunny. I think, Sunny, she totally needs a new moisturizer. It's not working for her at all.
Oh, I know. She also totally needs a better conditioner.
Yeah.
Gorgo, are you done trying to be scary and failing at it gloriously? Because if you bare your fangs again, one of them might just get shot right out.
Yeah, you suck.
How about I read this scroll? Nice to see all the crewmates. Hi, Victor, Hugo. How's everyone doing?
It's like they all just look at you, but you do notice none of them have weapons drawn. They're all very heavily armed, but they haven't drawn any of them. The captain's sword is in the sheath as well, except for his hook hand. He doesn't have anything either. They're just looking at all of you. And you, Myril, you see Gorgo looks at you, and she says, "A fellow star elf and a noble. How do you do, my lord?" And she does strike this deep curtsy in front of you.
He's fancy.
I don't believe that was truly intended to be respectful. To the business, I say.
I've got no reason to be disrespectful to you. It's Torvin that broke my heart and left me for dead. Left all of us for dead, didn't he, lads? And you see they all just, he's a mutineer, is what he is.
In the meantime, he is my captain. I'm aboard his ship, and I ask you kindly, please refrain from any sort of threats moving forward. While we do business in neutral tones.
She just looks you up and down, and she's like, I wouldn't mind spending a bit of eternity in the Astral Sea with the likes of you then, huh?
Marvin, I think she's just trying to make you jealous.
Yeah, really. I think she's a bit jealous. Actually, we have this very, very handsome gift named Handsome George. Handsome, for short. So he might want to give it a go. But I'm gonna read the scroll, and I just have my hand at my gun while I'm like unraveling it, and I try to unravel the scroll so that my hand ends up at my hip.
like kind of
yeah, totally smooth.
As you open the scroll, there's nothing written on it, but you all hear it starts talking. Hi, hello, yes, okay, so you are here to meet with the vampirates. I know it's kind of awkward because they feed on the living and apparently they don't like you, Torvin, but that's okay because they said it's just a business. They're not going to eat you. That's why I sent Igna and Myrtle to make sure you don't get eaten probably. So just do the job and you come back and like I said, you get the gold, okay, choose. And it stops talking.
It's weird.
So what's the job? Why do we have to wait to open that until now?
If I'm not mistaken, it was because if Torvin knew that they were vampirates of his former crew, that he wouldn't have done it.
So he was being sneaky, is what he was.
Somebody get eggs. This one here, metal. What's your name, friend Hadozi?
Okay, first of all, you don't have to be condescending. Second of all, it's Ignore. Airstrider? No, nothing? Oh, that's fine.
Ignar, give me an insight check.
An insight check, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is Ignar good at that? Okay.
I asked Sid. Did I actually sound that talk like
5?
5. No, this all seems legit, Ignar. All the rest of you give me insight checks. Vampirate, yeah, right. This is all, it's all legit.
I'm with you, buddy. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6 for me.
Torvin and I are like,
everybody's otherwise occupied. Yeah,
I
right.
I got a 1.
Yeah, no, Riddle, you're not even sure this is happening.
Boxy,
Yeah.
what'd you do, Boxy?
I
Riddle.
got a 16.
Riddle, you still might be on the Rock of Brawl having drank those psychic squids. You know what I mean? You're like, just any second now, you're just going to come to and you're just still in that bar. None of this makes sense. 16 for Boxy. Myrtle, what did you get on that insight?
6.
Boxy, again, with your supreme kinder wisdom that everyone seems to underestimate. When Ignar says Ignar Airstrider, that doesn't mean anything to you. It does mean something to him. You see the hand on his shoulder twitches a little bit and he does kind of cock his head and look at Ignar, but the rest of them, the rest of your companions here seem to have not noticed a thing, honestly. But he doesn't say anything, but he does just look at him a little closer.
Oh, yes, it is Ignar Airstrider, first of his name, the greatest
aerialist.
in the world, and it's so amazing. And Ignar, I think you're really cool.
No, you're doing great. Thank you so much.
You lass are a kinder, aren't you? I've not laid eyes on your ilk in centuries, even before I came to this sorry state. How did you come to be so far from home?
Okay, well, first of all, you don't see me often because you don't look down enough, so, get over yourself. And 2, because I'm far from home because I'm not quite I'm not sure.
Again, I'll kind of spin her and goes, she is home. we're her home.
Boom.
You see Gorgo, when you say that, she's like, oh, that's such a beautiful sentiment. Did you hear that from Torvin? He used to say that sort of thing to me, too. That's fine, young one. I personally hated Crane, so I think you're better off like this, really.
Well,
Why don't we cut
maybe
the talk?
It's because
Go ahead, Boxy.
I run behind Sunny and hide behind her leg, and I stick my head out and said, well, maybe it's because you look like that and nobody wants to be with you anyways, and I hide behind her again.
Why don't we cut the talk and get to the job?
Yes, things are getting very personal. Let's get to business.
It's you're not supposed to make fun of something that a person can change, right? I did not ask to be left in this state. Hey, left us in this state. But you see, Aegis kind of puts a hand out and he goes, that's true. But we'll spend an eternity here bickering, so let us be about it. You're here to assist us with a wee rescue mission.
A what?
Rescue mission.
Is that like this is a big, amazingly huge bag of blood somewhere or something you're trying to? Yeah, I don't know. Or like, do you have a king? Like a king vampire?
Yeah, ignorant fool. We don't even feed on the blood. It's disgusting to actually think of piercing into someone's neck and drinking like that. We do things quite differently, I assure you.
Where is this blood?
I don't think there is, but I think Torvin was being witty.
Oh,
Ignar, you see, he turns and looks at you, and he says, I think this one knows exactly what's lying out there in those dead floating rocks. It's a dozy vessel.
But that, I mean, I don't see how that matter what vessel it is. We just have to find the vessel, right?
He looks you up and down, and he says, hey, you have the same bearing of the ones that were aboard. Listen, it was supposed to be simple. We did our thing. Piracy. We chased them into the rocks until their ship smashed on one of them asteroids. Simple as always. Sent a few of the hands off to recover what we could, and they did no return. So I sent a couple more. They didn't return either. So I figure, rather than risk any more of me and mine, I'd risk you and yours, Torvin.
Oh, a risk you mission. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, now I get it. Risk you. Okay.
Well, that one's rather clever, I must say. Risk you.
Okay, now it makes sense.
I did think you said risky mission. I figured
Yes.
every mission is risky, so I figured you were being truthful on that. So good point, Torvin. Good point.
Okay.
Such
That was funny.
disrespect we have to endure here in the course of our regular business.
You did kind of disrespect many of us multiple times, though.
That's
so-
also true, yes.
Did I? How?
I mean, this kind of like everything about you.
Yeah, your general bearing is very kind of
You see,
insulting.
He came in heavy with a like, you're doing that thing.
I'm
Like,
gonna
came
kill
very
you
hefty
one
with that.
day.
That was,
I can't sit. Did I talk like this back in the day?
Left us to die. Like that was a
Sid.
lot.
Sid does rotate and he says, you all kind of sound the same to me. You just talk so fast.
That is true.
That's fair.
You see,
So-
yes, go ahead, Ignar.
So here's my question for you fine vampirates. Very clever, by the way. I love a great portmanteau. Are we rescuing the crew that you sent? Or are we rescuing the ship that isn't, let's be honest, yours?
With respect, Master
That was not.
Hadozi.
Now, hold on. That was not with respect. You said with
It really
respect,
wasn't.
but your tone was not with respect.
Not at all.
You see the hand on his shoulder hops down and crawls along the floor right up to your foot, Ignar, which has an opposable thumb on it also, and just basically just gets right in front of you, like as close as it possibly can without touching you. But it doesn't touch you. It just sort of, its thumb quivers, and presumably your opposable thumb kind of quivers. And he says, if there's anything left of your kin by now, of course you can recover them. I renounce my claim on the cargo. I just want my crew back, returned safe and sound. There are not many of us left.
Well, that's a
Fantastic.
fine answer by me. Yes, I love this. That's perfectly fine. Could you get your hand away from my foot? Not the first time I've ever said that sentence, but definitely the most uncomfortable I've ever been while doing it.
Boxy has been crawling around between everyone's legs and trying to get her hands on that hand.
I wouldn't touch that.
Boxy, you absolutely can pick it up.
Yeah. So I reach in between Ignar's legs and grab on to the ring finger and try to drag it towards her so she can keep it.
It kind of tries to fight you, but you're able to grab it. When you pick it up, it's just kind of squirming there.
Cool. So Boxy puts the thumb in her and then just crawls off.
You see, Aegis just watches her go, and he goes, I didn't remember Kinder behaving in such a manner.
Yeah, she's a real wild card. We'll get that back for you later.
Or we can sell it secondhand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
You see, they turn and they walk back towards the Zimblanity that is still just floating there. And he says, Gorgo and I will await you here. Torvin, take the lads with you for some assistance if need be. I think you still remember how to order a crew, don't you? And you see two of the other vampirates leave with Gorgo and Aegis, but two of them stand there. And you see they jump across space to the side of the ship, and they just stick to the side of it. And they start crawling up like spiders up to the top of the ship.
Perfect. Yep. Everything's above board. Let's go ahead and go out there and do some the rescue thing. The pirates that they're going to kill everybody. I'm just letting you know that right now. They're vampires. This is not going to go well, but we're just going to go ahead and do the thing. And once we've done the job, we can say, yep, we did it. Hooray.
I've reassessed the risk factor, Torvin, and it's a 10 out of 10. And I don't know if we're gonna make this. I don't know if we should do it. We should get the money, but I don't want to die either.
Yeah, just between us, when he was like, "Oh, the ship's yours," and I renounce my. That's not true, right? Like the idea of it being like they just don't want the cargo. There's no way that's true, right?
I mean, I hope it's true.
That's very sweet.
A ship full of cargo and it's all ours, and all we have to do is get their crew and survive whatever the crew is going to do to us?
Yes, so then we can bring them more people to fight us. Yeah.
So I'd like to try to scoop Boxy up if I can and just go inside and be like, Boxy, why were you so scared when you said they were dead? I mean, we all knew they were dead. Why did that scare you so much?
Oh, she takes her hand out of her. She sticks her. I got a new friend, by the way. Hi. Because
the severed hand of an astral elf. It's all gross and desiccated. Yeah.
Also, definitely evil, right? Like,
yeah, but he can't even fight back. Watch, I just pull out and yank out. He can't do anything. It's so dumb. So she flails it around and holds it behind her a little bit, and she's like, the thing is, there's a lot of him, more than we actually saw. And the thing is, I like dead things, kind of. Well, no, I want to be good at fixing dead things, and those are the ones that I don't think I can ever fix them. They're really mean. I don't think I can fix those. I'm usually good at fixing them, but not these, probably.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're okay, and you can tell me anything if you ever need help or anything. Okay.
Thank you, Sunny. You want to smell them?
No, that's
Smell the finger.
yours.
Smell
You
the
can
finger?
keep that.
No?
As you are offering her to smell the finger of this disembodied hand, you all feel the Deciduans start moving slowly closer towards the asteroids. And as it flies in between, you all do see crashed upon the rocks a Hadozi flying fish ship. It literally looks like a flying fish, but it is wrecked and slid along the asteroid there. And as you are slowly coming in, you hear Kaiho come over the PA system. Says, okay, so this one is slightly on me, but did I mention that it pays really well?
Do you think so? Do you think this is probably on you?
It's going to be, I'm telling you, it'll be worth it when we actually have food to eat. All we have to do is live. And as you all are coasting in to recover, apparently, the lost vampiric crew of a vessel that Torvin once served upon, which I'm sure is going to be absolutely fine, is a good place for us to stop.
You look so cool when you did that, and I tried to do the same thing, but I got caught in gravity, and then
It's
Torvin
so
had
hard.
to save
Gravity
me.
is so hard.
Gravity is super hard.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking as the oldest person on this call, gravity is really hard. Yes, that is true. Yeah, right.